It's the Christmas season, one of my most favorite times of the year. And this is the time where you need to take a break from your regularly scheduled homeschooling program to do Christmas things. Now, as a homeschooler, you really probably only have 10 days that you can do this stuff. So you're not going to be able to cover everything, but I'm giving you some ideas to get you started and things you can do this year and things that you don't do next year and the year after that. But I'm going to try to give you a lot of information, and I got to go fast so it's not a 3-hour long video or you're not going to stick with me. Okay, first of all, one of the easiest things to do is to do Christmas around the world. How do different countries celebrate Christmas? So what we did when I was working with my kids on this is we couldn't cover all the countries of the world. So each year we would choose 2, 3, or 4 countries, and then the next year we would choose different ones. How do they celebrate Christmas? Now, there are a lot of different products on the market. I think about this, but one that we had was just Holiday Customs, and they had little coloring pages and just a little write-up of one thing about that country. The other thing that we've done is we made flap books, and every year added to the flap books. I'll do another video on flap books if you don't know what those are. Don't get me started. Okay. So Christmas around the world, how do different countries celebrate? Okay, what's another thing that you can do? It's taking time to, let's say, for language arts, one thing you can do is just read stories. There are so many books that you can read. Christmas readers, traditional stories. Look at this one, A Christmas Carol. It's not just A Christmas Carol because that's a small book, but there's lots of different stories in there. All of these books I have are Christmas books, and a little hint for you is to go after Christmas and buy books for the next year so you can get them half off or 75% off, and then just keep them in your collection. That's what I've done. I don't think I paid full price for anything. Anyway, I wanted to show you this one book. If you're going to read books to your kids, this one I found last year. We read it together as our book club, and it was so fun. It's Letters from Father Christmas by J.R. Tolkien, and it is delightful. You can listen to it. They have an audio version, but I think if you purchased it, then you could actually see the letters that he wrote to his children from Father Christmas. It's just a really fun book to have on your bookshelf. Okay, what else can you do? Language arts, you're just reading. Another thing that you can do is have your kids practice signing their name by writing all their signatures on the cards that you send out. Or they could even address envelopes to be sent out. If you're sending out cards this year, that's a really good thing for them to do. Okay, what else? I think for the season, it would be good for you to have some Advent book that you're reading, something that helps you count down to Christmas. And one of my very favorite series is this one. It's called, the first book in the series is called Jotham's Journey. And I love this series. I read it to my kids, and every day there's a chapter that you read, and then at the end of the chapter there's a cliffhanger that makes the kids go, oh, what's going to happen next? I can't wait to hear. And they want you to read more, but you say, oh no, not till tomorrow. And so Jotham's Journey, I'll try to put the book suggestions in the notes on my website. Okay. Also, what some people do for counting down to Christmas is they take and they wrap up 24 books, and every night the kids get to open up one of the books and you read that to them. I think that is such a fun idea and something that you could start adding to your traditions in your house. Okay, this book my sister-in-law gave me years ago. It's called Inventing Christmas, and it talks about how our holiday came to be. Of course, besides the, Christ being born, this is how the way we celebrate came about. And part of that idea is you can look up different traditions, like the first Christmas tree. Where did that come from? Or the candy cane, and what does that symbolize? That's kind of this is a fun book. And then here's another one. The True Story of St. Nicholas. Where did he come from? And why is there Santa Claus? And do all the countries have Santa Claus? So that's kind of a fun thing to do, learning about that. Another great thing that I would encourage you to do is to teach your children a Christmas carol every year. Have them memorize one of the Christmas carols. And these are things that they will remember the rest of their life. I mean, those Christmas carols are timeless. We sing them every year. This one's Silent Night. This happens to be just this beautiful book, illustrated with all the pictures of that go along with the story. And I love this one. Let's see if I have another Christmas. I have so many books on just the carols. Here, this one right here, Christmas favorites. But you could use the carols for copy work. They can copy a couple lines a day until they have the whole carol all written out. You can sing it. But if they memorize a carol a year, how awesome would that be? They would thank you forever. Oh, I see. I got to hurry up. Okay. Another fun book that I have is this one. It's called The Jolly Christmas Postman. And let's see. There we go. In here, the postman is delivering different letters. You know how I love letters. Those are so fun. And in here, they have little games or letters or cards to the people that he's delivering it to. And it's quite fun. So Humpty Dumpty, he actually delivers Humpty Dumpty's letter to Cock Robin Memorial Hospital. And in there is this Humpty Dumpty Christmas puzzle. It's just so fun. This book is just cute. Lots of surprises in it in every page. Okay, another great book is this one, of course. You've seen the movie, I'm sure, but this is The Polar Express. And wouldn't it be fun to just read The Polar Express and drink hot chocolate while you're doing it and ring the bells and just have a fun time with that? Well, so reading the literature to your kids, that's fabulous. Okay, for math, of course, they can do cooking. And I love this time where there's different recipes. You make cookies for your family or special treats that you can give away. And so quick and easy. I love Gooseberry Patch for these kinds of things. The recipes are so fun. But I'm sure that your family has some favorite recipes that they do too. So wouldn't it be fun to make a Christmas cookbook just for your family of all your favorite recipes and write them out? That's another good thing for practicing language arts. And then they could learn about the fractions, what's a teaspoon, a tablespoon, and all of that kind. You get it. You know what to do. Okay, so another great idea is you see this every year, the Nutcracker. Have you ever read your children the story of the Nutcracker? There actually is a story that goes along with it, and that would be fun. And then go see it. Or have you ever read them the story of A Christmas Carol? Why not? We've seen the play, probably seen the movie, but I think if they're a little bit older, you can actually read them the story. How fun is that? Okay, another fabulous great thing is this. It's called Miracle in a Shoebox. But this talks about the ministry of Shoebox Ministry. Operation Christmas Child. That's the mailman and the dog. You know what happens when the mailman's on the street. The dog barks. Whatever, just ignore it. Okay, anyway, Shoebox Ministry. And I know that I have taken my kids several years to actually the packaging plants where they put these together and get them ready to ship off. And that is another great thing that you can do with your children. Okay, let's see, what else? Another great idea for writing is have them write their Christmas list. That's good. And I have another fun thing. Let's see if I can find it in my pile of stuff. I got so much going here. Well, How about some other traditional books? Reading to them Charlie Brown's Christmas, watching the show, and reading to them How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and watching the show. That's fun. And then how about budgeting? And when they do their Christmas shopping, what we used to do was we give the kids money, or they had their own money, and they put it in this envelope. And at the top, they'd put how much they had. And every time they spent something, they'd take away, obviously, that amount, so they didn't have quite so much. So it would help them budget how much they had to spend on Christmas gifts. That is a great math idea, obviously. Okay, you can go caroling. You can do a toy drive. Oh, their Christmas is so awesome for helping you just enjoy the season and get outside the box. And I want you to give yourself permission not to do school the traditional way that you do every single day, but to change it up and make this season special for you. Let's see if there's anything else I forgot to tell you. Oh, I'm sure there is, but whatever. I live close by, and if I live close by, you can stop by and I'll give you some more ideas or loan you some of my books. One more thing I think is really fun is to take this poem the night before Christmas, and how about memorizing just a couple lines a day, or and not the whole thing in one year. Save some of it for the next year, or to memorize the scripture in the Bible about Christ's birth. And just every time your kids have that committed to memory and they hear it, they'll say it in their hearts along with it. So I want you to have a blessed holiday season. I want you to take a break from everything that you're doing and enjoy Christmas this year. And hey, send me some of your ideas of things that you do to celebrate the season, and have a great Christmas.